Okay, online students, am I audible? Online students, am I audible? Okay, right. And the last session, so we discussed about roll up. Okay, sorry, we just taken definition of roll up and cube, and especially these classes we are using to whenever we need to find out your subtotal as well as grand totals, and particular the data or particular type of data wise we can find out your sub and grand totals. Okay, and but these two things whenever you want to implement, you must and should use what now, group by. So without the group by class you cannot use this roll up and cube classes. Okay, you must be use a group by class. And sir, when we find out yours both are same sub and grand total, then what is the differences of in these two classes? Okay, no, what is the differences here? There is one difference was there. So roll up we are using to finding grand on subtotal on based on single column, but cube will be finding grand and grand and subtotal based on multiple. So this is one difference in between roll up and cube. Okay, so let me see the practically how it was work. Okay, and right on below. So before you want to go this, take syntax for roll up. Take syntax for roll up. Syntax for roll up. And you have to use roll up and give it your number of columns here. Okay, and now we can see along with my group by, I'm using roll up, and under roll up, we are sending multiple columns. But actually, what we said here, roll up is going to be finding subtotal and grand total based on single column only. Okay, na? So, but here I'm passing multiple columns. Then which column wise it will be finding your subtotal and grand total, sir? Okay, so which column wise it was finding means it was finding it was finding your okay the first and the leading column wise. Which column wise? Leading column wise. The leading column means first position of column. So which column are you mentioned in the first position? Okay, based on that column only your subtotal and grand totals are calculated. Okay, then what about the remaining columns, sir? The remaining columns are we called as here supporting columns we called. Which columns here? Supporting columns we called. So that means these columns will never do it any operation, but it will be give it a support to your operational column. So that means along with my roll, I can send multiple values or multiple columns. I can send it. But you can send. Suppose I'm sending here 100 columns. I'm passing along with my roll up. But out of 100 columns, which column are you given in the first position? And remaining all columns are there 100 positions of column. So in the first position of column only, okay, we have your water operation will be performed. That means you're finding subtotal and grand total based on this first column, and remaining 99 columns, what it was left, those columns are just called as a supportive columns we called. Understand now? So the operation will be finding based on leading column. Okay, right down below. So this is what I can say. It is operational column. Operational column, and the remaining columns what it was, the remaining columns from the second column onwards, these are all are called as what now, supporting columns. These are called as what now, supporting columns. Okay. And now I will show you, first of all, on single column basis, I'm going to show example on roll up, example on roll up with a single column, with a single column. Okay. Now you can come out and see how to use roll up on one column basis. On one column basis, how to use now. Okay, fine. Let me come out and see. Come to your database now. So first of all, we need to find out the department number of count of star. Okay, and from your EMB table, and must be grouped by class. And after that, you can use a roll up. And we are passing what now? Department number. And we are sending only one column. I'm passing now. Okay, along with my roll up. And which column? Department number. And let me go and check now. So now carefully observe in this output. Okay. So what it was happen, these are the department numbers will be grouping here. And each department number wise, it was finding your subtotals. It means that department number 10, how many employees? Three. Department number 20, 36. So these are called as what now? Subtotal. And these all subtotal together, if I added what it was come as grand total, how many people grand? 14. And this is one column wise. We're finding subtotal and we are finding what now? Grand total. Okay, now this is single column right down below. Okay, right. In single column operation, we don't have any confusion. Okay, so nothing problem here. But when I come to multiple columns wise, let me see. So roll up with the multiple columns. Roll up with the multiple columns wise. Now, multiple columns wise, how we can go to use here? Let me come out and see. Okay, careful observe. Suppose same thing, I'm just going to use here department number. For example, I was given. Okay. So, okay. So department number and later I was used here. What now? Job. For example, second column is job. So department number, job, and count of star. Okay, so this is what I'm using here, multiple. Okay, then after I will be use as usual group by class, and to passing here department number comma job. Charging should charging account level. So this better. Hmm. Tiu, sorry. Hmm. 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 Okay, right. So now here I was given here the two columns I was given. But in these two columns, can you see which column I was given in the first position? Department number. So it means that your subtotal and grand total will be finding based on department number only, not a job, but job just for supporting. So how it was, carefully observed your output. So once you check it out, your result, what is your result? Careful observe. This is which column is grouping here? Department number column is grouped, job column is grouped. Department number column is grouped because it's very clearly showing 10, 10, 10, one group. 20, 20, 20, 20 is one more group. 30, 30, 30, 30 is one more group. So grouping is done on department number column. And see, in this empty spaces, wherever it was there, this empty space is called a nulls. And here you can identify now. Here you can identify now. So what is this? 10. In 10th department, how many employees are there? 3. So in my company, in 10th department, there are 3 employees are working. So these 3 employees are who are? So who is that? Means that one employee is a clerk, one employee is a manager, one employee is a president. This is called a data summarizing, data describing, we call. So total strength of a particular department. In the department, how many clerks are there? How many salesmen are there? How many analyst people are there? How many managers? How many presidents? That information is very clearly, it was a showing. This is called a summarizing of your data. So now we can see the 10 and 3, out of 3, one clerk, one manager, one president. So that means in department number 10, who was not there? Salesman, analyst. So salesman people is not there, analyst people are not there. Suppose in the future, if I want to recruit some new employees into my company, okay, in department number 10, so who I want to recruit? Salesmen and analyst people I want to recruit, because already have a clerk, have a manager, have a president. So remaining job people I want it in department number 10. So that kind of analysis, that kind of the information we can give it to the management people of company by using of these statements. Okay, now like the same pattern, you can see department number 20 was there. How many employees here? 5 employees. Out of 5 employees, how many clerks? 2. How many analysts? 2. How many managers? 1. Okay, now so here who was not there in the department number 20? Salesman is not there, analyst was not there. So in future, if I want to recruit the people, to whom I want to recruit? Salesman and so that is what. And the next one we called as here, the department number 10, the number of employees in department number 10, what? 6. Out of 6, how many clerks? How many managers? How many salesmen? 4. Who are not there? Analyst and president. So in the future, if I want to recruit, to whom I want to recruit? Analyst and president. So this is called a list. And this copy I take print out and I'm giving to my managing director. So he will see it. Okay, in my Java department, there are 5 employees. Out of 5 employees, 2 employees are junior developers. One employee is a team lead. One employee is a project lead. So so each and every department, total strength, and in that total people who was working in the which areas. Okay, so in Java department, how many senior employees are there? How many junior employees are there? how many team leads are there, how many project leads are there, so that I want it clear information each by each. At these cases, roll up is one of the good choice for us to finding that kind of information. So now here same as 10, 20, 30, but here job column, what it was happened, it just for supporting here, but grouping done on department number, subtotal, these are, can I say subtotal? Yes, 3, 5 and 6, these we called as subtotal. And this subtotal is finding on which column basis? These are which columns? Department number column based subtotals. And whatever the finally you got it here, okay, whatever the finally you got it here, what is this? Grand total. So this grand total, how it was calculated? Each and every subtotal of department number column, then it will provide a grand total. So that means your grand total, your subtotal, both are finding based on which column? Department number column. But yet there is no chance to me have a job column. Job is just for support. Now got it now? Same thing. So now you need a more confident on this. Now what I want to do here, only I will change my column order. First I'm giving what now? Job. Then after department number. Okay, sir, that's fine. And come back to your, okay. Now here also I need to change my positions. Now which position I'm giving first? Then after department number. So positions are changed. But in this query, which was leading position? Job is leading position. Now we can see your output will change. Output will change or not? Check it out. Now totally your output will change. So now which column data is grouping? Job, clerk, 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 analyst, analyst, managers, manager, manager, salesman, salesman, president, presidents. The grouping is done on job column. And now in this job column, careful observe each and every job I need to find out now. So what is this here? Okay, what is this here? So total clerks. How many clerks in my company? Total entire my company, there are 4 clerks are there in my company. Out of 4 clerks, 1 clerk is working under which department? 10. 2 clerks are having in which department? 20. 1 clerk is having which department? 30. So that means what you understand? 10, 20, 30. In these all departments, clerks are available. So that means in future, if I want to recruit my clerk, is it necessary? No, because clerks are already existing in each and every department. So I don't want to recruit clerk people. Okay, right. In the same pattern, let me come out and see analyst people. How many analyst people? Only 2. And see, wherever null is there, wherever space is there, those space rows are called as a subtotals. Those spaces rows are called as a subtotals. Okay, right. Here 2 was there here. The 2 people, unfortunately, they are working under 20th department. So that means here, in which department there is no analyst? 10 and 30. Suppose in the future, if I want to recruit analyst people to my company, in which department I have to recruit? 10 and 30. This is the meaning of that. Okay. Like same as come to your total managers. The total managers in my company, 3. Out of 3, 1 manager is working 10. 1 manager is there 20. 1 manager is there 30. So that means in all departments, you have a managers. Yes. You need to recruit managers. No, that's over. Then come out here next. Okay. What is this here? Salesman. Salesmen's total salesmen in my company 4. But unfortunately, these 4 salesmen are working under department number 30. There is no salesman in 20 and 10. If I want to recruit my future salesmen, that salesmen I want to recruit in which areas? 10 and 20 areas. Okay, now that's what. And same as we will go for what is next year? President. The president 1 and the 1 president is there under 10th department. So there is no president in 20, no president in 30. Okay. So this is what we called as a roll up advantage. So each and every, okay, the what we can say jobs wise, total number of people will show, and these people, how they're working, how they're distributing in each departments. Understand now? Suppose I have a 10 employees, the 10 employees, how I am distributed. In Java, 2 employees, in .NET, 3 employees, in testing, 1 employee, in database, 2 employees, like how I'm distributing my total strength, same as here also. Okay, now, so in this case, what it was happened? This is 4, 2, and the managers 3, salesman 4, president 1. These are what, sir? Subtotals. These are called as a subtotal. So, and finally, whatever it was there here, can you find out here? Okay, what is this? 14. 14 is what, sir? Grand total. But the subtotal is finding on which column? Job column. So, grand total also finding which column? Job only. Okay, now? So that means your output will change depend on or depends on your passing order of the columns. If I'm giving department number, then it is a leading column. If I'm giving job, job is the leading column. Okay, now roll up how it was working. Clear? Yes, right down below. So your 2 examples you have to take. One is leading column of department number and leading column of job. So here leading column is a department number. So your subtotal also finding on the same column, subtotal and grand total. And the next one is leading column is here leading column is what now? Job. Okay, right. Now we will see same as your cube. Okay, class we will see now. So come to your cube and the cube working how it was here observed. So below write down here the next one. Okay, we called as syntax for cube. Syntax for cube. And everything is same. I just gave it your cube. And here all columns are operational columns and there is no supporting columns in this. Every column. Okay, so that means I just say all columns are operational columns. All columns are operational columns. Okay, right. So here also first I will show with a single column and difference is what now observed. Okay, first we will show with a single column and roll up and cube difference observed. So now I just give it a so cube and come to okay your database. Okay, so come to your database. Now I'm going to writing the same thing. Okay, so DPT number and I have to say count of star from EMP and I want to use group by what is this cube of a DPT number. So cube the work nature is what now careful observe. Cube what it will do first it will showing your grand total. The grand total later it will be distributed into subtotals. This is cube nature. Roll up nature is what now? First showing subtotal, that all subtotal adding and finally giving grand total. But cube is quite opposite. First it will be calculated grand total, the grand total divided into subtotal. It's quite opposite. Yes. But sir, this is not look like good. Okay. Then what we want to do here also we have some okay changes. The changes I can do with the help of which class? Order by, and I just give it a department number. By default is what? Ascending order. Then what it was happen, you can see it will be reverse order. Okay, now? And now here also same thing. 10th department, 3 employees, 25, 36 employees are there, and total 14. And 3, 5, 6 subtotal based on department number column and grand total. Okay. And here single column, so there is nothing confusion. Okay, now? Right down below. Okay, right. Then multiple columns you can see and observe in the multiple columns level. So multiple columns as your wish, whatever you want to give. Okay, because each and every column wise it was finding your subtotal and finally give it as grand total. Okay, now so now EMP and we are using group by and cube of department number comma job. And now I'm going to execute it here and careful observe and later I will give it what now order by and I will go for department number comma job. So let me execute now. In the execution, carefully observe. Here, first of all, can you see department numbers wise subtotals are given us? Yes or no? 10, 20, 30. So these are called as a subtotals of a job. Oh, sorry, department numbers. So carefully observe once again. So this is 10th department subtotal, 20th department subtotal, 30th department subtotal. So these are 3, 5, 6. We called as subtotal. It was calculated based on which column? Department number column it was calculated. And the next one we have here below. Can you see what is this here? Jobs. Jobs wise also subtotals are showing. How many analysts, how many clerks, managers, president, salesman. These are also called a subtotal. But these subtotals calculated based on which column? Job column. And finally, it was give it us what now? Grand total. So here what happening? How many columns I'm using in my query, for each and every column wise, it will be calculated subtotal and finally give it as grand total. Okay, na? This is what now the cube working nature. Right down below. So today, one good news for us, and especially my side is good news. One of the student, okay, the old student. So already 11 o'clock batch student, I think so. She got placement on Oracle in the company of Accenture. Okay. So I think I'm telling this information to every batch. I think initially I said to you, Accenture, TCS, Infosys, every academic year, they will hiring some database people. So in that, one of the student and our student, my student, okay, which is 11 o'clock batch student, old batch, she got placement. So today just I got that information from her for her. Okay, so very happy for that. Okay, so Accenture still this year also hiring a database. Okay, and one of the latest news is what now? Now is going to Accenture is going to be conducting interviews for Oracle. So that what we call that girl. So she said to me, "Sir, still interviews are going on, sir, in Accenture." So I selected. If anybody interested, you just inform to the class and attend the Accenture, www.accenture.com. You can go to there. It will be apply was one option will be there. You can apply on Oracle, but complete. She said to me, is very advanced. They're asking, sir, like joins, subqueries, indexes, procedures, triggers. Yeah, on this, questions are mostly comes. So you didn't attempt. So you don't hurry burry because you are still in classes only. So tomorrow we started joins. So that's why don't hurry burry. But you have a one opportunity on the database also. That is my point. What I'm telling, you have a not only Java, .NET, Python, even though you have a one opportunity on Oracle also. Okay, na? So actually, she's Java student. Actually, she's a Java student, but she went to as a database person. But luckily, she selected. Okay, so maybe in future she will be a switch. If any opportunities there in Accenture, it will be switched to Java also. Okay, so that's why what I am telling. First entry point, you just take it. That is got it. Once you entry level, you got it now. Then you will understand that real time what it is, and automatically you will be change your positions also. And of course, nowadays you can see almost every company will give a switch. Yes or no? Almost if you have a multiple technology knowledge, okay, na? So you can initially work as a database programmer, 2 years, 3 years. Then if you have a additionally Java, .NET, Python, then you can switch to Java. We can switch to Python. You can switch to .NET. Yes or no? So that kind of opportunities are there. But initial what now? What we required entry. So entry point, if you got it now, automatically your life will be settled. Okay. So, but she said me, sir, I went to on Oracle basis. I selected, sir. Okay. So that's what I'm telling. And future, she is going to Java side, other platform. I don't know. But initially starting, she got it an opportunity on Oracle SQL. Okay. So that is what I'm telling guys here. These technologies are used like this. Every technology is important for you. Okay, no? So I already said to you, you are learning HTML, JavaScript. Prepare one resume on UI developer. You are learning Java. Prepare one resume on Java developer. You are learning database. Prepare your resume on Oracle developer, otherwise SQL developer, otherwise PLSQL developer. So you have three opportunities in real time where you want to settle, where you want to work. Okay, that you have to decide, not initially. You will decide after 1 2 years. But if you initially apply these three jobs, if any entry point, if you got it now, suppose you got it, you attend interviews, but your Java fail, Oracle fail, you got it a UI opportunity. Immediately join. Nothing problem. Don't think about your career, what it was happening. UI is also very, very strong in market. So you are working UI. So initial work, 1 year work, 1.5 year work, 2 years work. If it's good, promotions, hike in as a salary, everything is good, continue. So now when you feel like this, sir, I need some more advanced, I want to work. Okay. So in the time, immediately where you are interested, like you can go to switch. Understand? Na? Yes, you can not only same company, you can switch to other company also when you have a technology knowledge. Okay. This experience you can show it and you will get a real-time work and you can show it other technology when you have a good commanding in that technology also. Okay. So many people are nowadays, they will trying like this. First starting point, what we can say, hold it and you catch it. Then through that slowly, you can go for your career, wherever you want to settle. Nowadays, this is one of the good planning for the students. Okay. So, but don't stick with, I will try only Java. I will try only Oracle. I will try only UI means it will take much time to settle. Okay. Because when you have a three opportunities, three knowledge, three subjects, then why should I want to waste my time? Okay. So that's why you have to prepare one resume UI, one resume Java, one resume Oracle. So 3 resumes upload within 15 days, 15 days, 15 days gap. Upload. Little bit modifications you have to do in your name. Okay. And you have all of your dual numbers. Dual numbers you can put it. Some address, up and down address you can do it. Okay. First surname, later your name. In another resume, first surname, later your name. So like little bit modifications you can do and prepare 3 and upload every resume upload on how much year? 15 days. That means 2 weeks gap. You can upload, but 2 resumes at a time on the same day, don't upload. That is one thing. One more hint I will give to you. Suppose are you uploading Java today, for example, you just wait for 15 days. Within 15 days, you never get any call. Then immediately 16th day, again upload. So many people, what they're thinking as a student, fresher, a one-time upload na, then my work is done. Yes or no? So they're thinking like that actually. But remember, see, every 2 weeks in IT industry, your resumes will go to dustbin. You know that? You know that anybody this information, you can ask your real-time people. Every 2 weeks or every month, whatever they got it resumes, those resumes put into dustbin. Once your resume in dustbin, then if next day opportunity is there, then these dustbin resumes will not get a call. who are latestly again uploaded, na, they will get a call. That's why somebody saying like this, sir, I uploaded my resume 1 month back, 2 month back, 3 month back, sir, but I'm not getting. My friend is getting, sir, immediately latest uploaded. Anybody situation happened? You are uploaded 3 months back, but your friend uploaded just 1 week back. Your friend call will come. Yes or no? Your friend get a call, but you will not get a call because of reason you did mistake. What you know? You uploaded 3 months back. So 3 months back means your resume where it is in dustbin. They're putting into dustbin. This is my personal. I'm telling to you. Okay, because in my company also, in Samyut Info Solutions, so many resumes will come every day. Okay, na? So then my people, what they will do, 2 weeks, they will be holding. If any necessary things are happening, that means any recruitment process are necessary, then they will call few resumes, best percentage, best technologies. So left, if any not there, there's no requirements in this 2 weeks, then that all resumes put into dustbin. They're deleted, removed from their websites. Okay, again, suppose 15th day they deleted. Okay, 16th day they want it some hiring process. Then what they will check now? Latest resumes, they will check it out. Okay, that's what you want to do. Every 2 weeks, you go. Already you uploaded. Okay, fine. But next week, after 2 weeks also, again upload. Again 2 weeks, again upload. Again 2 weeks, again upload. Up to getting call, you can do like this. Then there is a more chances to get a call as soon as possible. Okay, but it is not like that. Today I uploaded, I just leave it that 1 month हो गया है फिर भी not upload किया है, 2 months हो रहा है फिर भी not, 3 months हो रहा है फिर भी not, and you feel like this, sir, calls are not coming, sir. Because of reason, this is internal process. That's why every 2 weeks, upload your resume again and again, again and again, again and again. Okay, then in any week, you will get a call. That is one idea. Once follow, after completion of your courses full-fledged, you have a command confident on the subject, you can do like this, and now you can check it out. Sudhakar sir, correct here. Okay, you try like that and check it out whether it is right or wrong. You will test now. Okay, right. So now this is what now. Okay, so cube with multiple columns. Okay, now, right. But sir, here I have a one question. Generally, but here we are not that much important for us here. But when you're working in real time, what I said yesterday, these two classes are working on very use and large scale data. Actually, that's called as a data warehouses. So data warehouse means, we all of you know, it's a big data processing. Okay, so when we apply this, is now we can say, suppose cube is applied, how many columns I applied here? Just 2 columns. But we go to real time, you can apply 10 columns, 11 columns, 12 columns as per your requirement. So whenever we applied your cube or roll up classes on number of columns, like a 5, 7, 10, 20, in these many columns, once you apply your cube, then you just imagine your output is how much bigger. Yes or no? The describing or summarizing of data information is very big. So in this big information, okay, how I knows that this row is a subtotal row, grand total row, or normal row? How I knows? For example, here only I'm asking. Here 10 clerk 1 is there. This is what? Is it normal row? Is it subtotal row? Is it grand total row? It's a normal row. Okay, this is normal row. This is normal row. This is what? Subtotal row. Again, these are normal rows. Again, it is called as what? Subtotal. So here the point is how I want to identify, how a programmer want to identify this row is a subtotal row, this row is a grand total row, this row is a normal row. How I need to identify? Okay, when here 2 columns are there, that very easiness we can identify which is, these are all are called as a subtotal rows. Okay, na? And this is called as a grand total. So I can easily identify because of reason small amount of data I'm using. But when you use big amount of data, the identification of subtotal and grand total rows are very, very complex. Complex means difficult to identify. By that cases, what the real-time programmers will do means that the real-time programmers, for their easiness, their identification purpose, they are using one function, guys, here that is called a grouping underscore ID. Now take side heading. What is the function name? Grouping underscore ID. Okay. So what is the purpose of this function? Okay, now we can say it is a predefined function. It is a predefined function in Oracle. In Oracle, it is used. It is used to generate. It is used to generate. Okay, ID numbers, to generate ID numbers for subtotal rows and grand total row, to generate ID numbers for subtotal rows and grand total row. Okay, for example, so what is my example here? Observe. Suppose are you using here? Okay, are you using here grouping underscore ID of are you passing department number comma job? For example, are you passing like this? When you're passing in this, careful observe, how many columns I'm passing here? 2 columns, a department number and a job. In this, what it was happen? My first grouping column, department number. Second grouping column, job. So your first grouping column, subtotal rows are identified with the number 1. Okay, now what I'm saying here, the first grouping column, subtotal rows. Now tell me, in my, what is my first grouping column, subtotal rows? What are those? This one and this one and this one. Can I say these subtotals belongs to which column? Department number column. So that means department number is only one column. Department number column wise, these are subtotals. Yes or no? Yes or no? So now these all are will showing ID number. How much here? 1, 1, and 1. Understand na? Here 1 is representing first grouping column subtotal rows. It may be 3 or 4 or 10, it's none of the matter. But all are showing with a 1 ID number. That is called a first column. Second is what now? Second column. What is second column? Job. These are job column subtotal rows. Then every row is showing what number? 2, because it is a second column. All are showing here 2. Okay. Now 2 columns is over. What next? Grand. Grand, how much number? 1, 2, 2 after. 3. Just ID numbers. Okay, na? Right. But sir, these are normal rows, na? Normal rows with what it was identified means zeros. With identify what now? 0. This is 0. This is 0. So zeros are nothing but normal rows. Wherever we have a 0, that entire row is not a subtotal row. That entire row is not a grand total row. It's just a normal row. This is identification. Okay. So now for that purpose, we want to use what now? Grouping. So write down below. So when I'm using this, okay, example, okay, first grouping column, first grouping column, subtotal rows are identified as rows ID are, or ID is What is this? 1. And suppose you have a second column also, you put it. Now I can say second grouping column subtotal rows ID is how much here? 2. And if 2 only there, na, then what next? Grand total. Then what I can say? Grand total row is row ID is what is ID is 2 after what? 3. So now we can say it is a 3. So like this, it will be okay. The what we can say, the IDs will be generated by using of a grouping underscore ID. Okay, let me go for the example here. So now come back and see, you will get, and same example, okay, whatever I was taken. So same example I'm taking now and carefully observe, just I will do some modification here. So here itself, okay, I'm using which one? Grouping ID function. Grouping underscore ID. So of I'm passing what? Department number comma job. And department number comma job from EMP. From EMP what? Group by as usual. What is this? Cube. What is now? Department number comma job. Okay. Then after what we want to use? Order by. What is order by? Department number comma job. Is it a? And now let me see to execute now. Carefully observe. See now, understand here. It's very clear. So 10 clerk 111. What is ID number? 0 means normal row. But can you see subtotal row? This is actual subtotal. Huh? What is the number? 1. Because it is a first column. This is also subtotal. What is the number? 1. This is also subtotal. What is the number? 1. Second column. Second column is what? Job. Job, all are subtotals. All numbers are 2. And grand total, how much? 3. Understand now? So this is what the just ID number. But sir, it is a mandatory to apply means no, it's optional. Okay. Only when you have a confusion, okay, or else use and large scale data when you're working. So there it was required to you to easiness and easy identification purpose. But it is not mandatory to use every time. Understand now? Right. Okay, right. So these are called as guys here classes, and that was we completed here. And now after this, now your main topics we started. Okay, from tomorrow I started. So tomorrow we started our first concept is what now? Joins. The joints we will see in tomorrow class. Okay. From there onwards, every topic is a main topics. Okay. No. Right. Yes. And I stop it here. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay. Right. Yes. So I just upload this. Wait. 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 Okay. Right. So I uploaded. Okay. Now. Right. Yes. Now you can leave. Thank you.